We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit.
What you just saw never actually happened. The person you saw never said those words, but it looked real. It sounded real. And that's the terrifying power of deepfakes. Technology has given us the power to recreate faces, forge voices, and rewrite history, and it's changing everything. What began as a curious experiment in AI has now become one of the most controversial and potentially dangerous tools in the digital age. From harmless entertainment to political warfare, from viral memes to synthetic propaganda, deepfakes are reshaping what it means to see and believe. But how do we get here? Who's creating these synthetic realities? And most importantly, can we still trust what we see, hear, and share online? This is not science fiction. This is happening now. Welcome to the rise of deepfakes. Deepfakes are videos, images, or audio clips that have been digitally altered to make someone appear to say or do something they never actually did. They're powered by artificial intelligence, specifically a technique called deep learning, which is how they get their name. Using thousands of images, the AI learns how your face moves, smiles, blinks, even how your voice sounds. Then it recreates it with shocking realism. A special kind of AI called a GAN, Generative Adversarial Network, makes it all possible. One neural network creates fake content. The other tries to detect if it's fake. They battle each other until the fake is nearly perfect. It's AI versus AI. And the result? A lot that looks like the truth. This isn't something that started in high-tech labs or multi-million-dollar studios. No. It began in the shadows of the internet, on a now-banned subreddit in late 2017. A user with the screen name Deepfakes hosted something disturbing. Using open-source AI code and a basic gaming PC, he swapped the faces of famous actresses into explicit videos. Seamlessly, convincingly. The internet freaked out. Some were amazed. Some were horrified. Others, they wanted in. Within weeks, deepfake tools were being shared like wildfire, complete with YouTube tutorials, Discord communities, and even mobile apps that let users face swap with a single tap. What began as digital mischief, curiosity, maybe even innocent fun, quickly mutated into something much darker. Innocent faces were stolen, voices cloned, identities faked, reputations shattered. Victims began to speak out.
Something good. I mean, that morning when I woke up, it was one of the worst feelings I've ever felt. Feeling hopeless and feeling as if my entire innocence was stripped away. I mean, the unknown was so terrifying, and it was so hard to realize that this was my reality that I had to live with. And the student that
But the internet didn't listen, because the fakes were more entertaining than the truth. A new form of digital violence was born, synthetic harassment, and there was no way to stop it. At first, it was just a party trick. Face-swapping apps, fake movie scenes, what-if scenarios on TikTok. People laughed, they liked, they shared, and it was fun, until it wasn't. Suddenly, deepfakes weren't just cute anymore, they were convincing. In March 2022, as the war in Ukraine escalated, something shocking appeared online. A video of President Volodymyr Zelensky telling his troops to lay down their arms and surrender to Russia.
Я змушений приймати складні рішення. Спочатку я вирішив повернути додому.
It looked convincing. His face, his voice, even his signature suit and podium. For a few minutes, the illusion worked. The video spread on Facebook, Twitter, and even hacked TV channels. It was quickly debunked, but not before it shook people. This wasn't just a prank. It was a digital act of war. Proof that deepfakes could become powerful tools of propaganda, confusion, and chaos. Celebrities like Keanu Reeves, Billie Eilish, and Taylor Swift have seen deepfakes of themselves saying and doing things they never did. Some are harmless. Some could destroy reputations with a single post. Politicians, influencers, CEOs, all vulnerable. One fake video and a career can be over. And worse, what if it's real, but no one believes it anymore? Deepfakes don't just create lies. They also give liars a new excuse. Anything embarrassing, incriminating, or illegal. Just call it deepfake. We're entering an era where seeing is believing no longer applies. And that might be the most dangerous thing of all. Because if you can't trust video, if you can't trust voice, then what can you trust? They're already here, in your feed, on your For You page, in your WhatsApp forwards, and soon, in your elections, your news, your everyday reality. This isn't just a cat and mouse game anymore. It's a war, silent, invisible, algorithmic. One side builds illusions, the other fights to expose them, and both are evolving fast. Researchers are building deepfake detection systems, models that scan for digital fingerprints.
Trying to find the wrong things, sometimes they can be fixed and you cannot no longer find the wrong things. So we twist that question and we ask what is real about authentic videos, what is real about us. So
they look for irregular frame artifacts, abnormal head poses, unnatural lighting, and inconsistencies in lip sync that betray a synthetic origin. Some detection algorithms use frequency spectrum analysis, analyzing light and color frequencies to spot anomalies invisible to the human eye. Others analyze biometric markers, like pupil dilation or the subtle asymmetry in human expressions, patterns that generative models still struggle to replicate perfectly. Meta and Microsoft have launched tools that embed invisible hash signatures in real videos, a kind of digital watermark. DARPA is investing millions into programs that detect fakes in real time, even as they're streamed. But here's the problem. Every detection model that's published becomes a blueprint for the next generation of fakes to defeat. As detection evolves, so do the fakes, using adversarial training, video compression masking, and synthetic noise injection to actively fool detection models. New tools can now simulate emotions, alter eye contact to mimic natural attention, and clone voices with just a few seconds of audio, indistinguishable from the real person. Governments are now in the game too. From defense departments to authoritarian regimes, some are fighting deepfake. Others are secretly building their own. This is more than a tech trend. It's a digital arms race, and the battlefield is our perception of reality. So, we've reached the end of a story that isn't really ending. In fact, it's just beginning. Deepfakes have blurred the lines between real and fake, fact and fiction, but the question we must now ask isn't, can we stop them? It's, how do we live with them? In the coming years, digital literacy won't just be important, it will be essential. Being able to question what you see, verify what you hear, and understand how media can lie may soon be as important as reading itself. Pressure is mounting on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and X to detect, label, and remove deceptive synthetic media. But rules are lagging, and enforcement is weak. Yet, even in the chaos, there's hope. Artists are using deepfakes to tell new stories. Scientists are using them to restore lost memories. Doctors are using them to bring voices back from silence. The very tool used to deceive can also be used to heal, educate, connect. And maybe, just maybe, the future doesn't belong to the fakes. It belongs to those who refuse to be fooled.